Library circulation is changing. And if you're looking at your circulation numbers and you've noticed some changes, you're not alone. I did some research on the request of a viewer, and I'm going to share the 5 circulation trends that I noticed and tips on how to market around them in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. You can head there to contact me. You can ask a question that I'll answer in a future episode. You can subscribe to my emails. I was going to say newsletter, but it's not a newsletter. It's just emails for when I post long form articles and videos. And you can nominate a library for Kudos. We're going to begin today's episode with Kudos, which was a nomination. And this one is going to the Boone County Public Library. They are in the Cincinnati area and they did something extraordinary. In January, they launched Unseen Neighbors, which was a campaign to shine a light on the unhoused community in their area. They had a partner, and with that partner, staff interviewed a number of unhoused individuals to try and put a face on homelessness and capture their stories with honesty, empathy, and respect. They took those videos and turned them into a campaign, a video campaign, and to raise awareness. They also did a donation drive. They did some programming for the community to kind of help them understand the unhoused community. And they reached all of the major media outlets in the Cincinnati area, which is pretty extraordinary. But the most exciting impact from this campaign is that an anonymous donor saw the videos and provided housing for one of the couples. I think that is extraordinary. I'm going to put a link to everything down below for you. Great job, Boone County Public Library. Okay, let's get into those 5 circulation trends that I've noticed in research and also lately working in a library, and how you can market around them. I'm going to dive right in. Circulation trend number 1 is not a surprise to anybody. Digital circulation is exploding. That's really the only word to describe it. Libraries are seeing record-breaking digital usage. In fact, in 2025 alone, according to Library Technology, libraries hit more than 820 million digital checkouts worldwide. That is an extraordinary number. Digital usage has increased 58% since 2019, according to the Urban Libraries Council. Crazy numbers. This means for us that we stop thinking of and marketing digital as kind of an extra. It is a part of our collection, and it needs to be treated with the same strategicness, is that a word? Strategic respect as the print part of our collection. So I would say lean into the convenience of digital, because that usually is the reason why people are using digital. It's just faster. They can multitask, especially for audiobooks. It's accessible. Those are the things that people love about the digital circulation collection. Trend number 2 is that physical circulation is not disappearing, but it is flattening. So that means print isn't dead, but there is some nuance here. Physical circulation, according to Publishers Weekly, has plateaued and even dipped slightly, down about 1.7% since 2024. So not an emergency, but it's time for us to think about print differently than we have over the last 10 years. So I would focus on the experience of reading print. I am a print reader, and it is all about the feel of the book, the smell of the book, all those cliche things for me. And I think that's a great way to market your print collection to your community. Lean into that experience. You can also think about bundling formats. So a book that's available in print or ebook or audiobook is a great way to promote a book. People can pick which format suits them best. Trend number 3, you're going to be surprised by this. Well, you're not. You are, but you're not. Okay. Libraries have become community usage hubs, not just a place where you come to borrow things. What do I mean by that? Visits to libraries are up 10%, guys. That's according to Publishers Weekly. Room bookings are up 25%. We all know that if you work in a library. So circulation nowadays is more than just books or ebooks or audiobooks. It's hotspots. It's your tech library. It's laptops. It's your library of things. So all of those things are part of your circulation. And so that means for your marketing, maybe you want to do a campaign about all the things you can do here. Always have books as part of that campaign in a variety of different formats. But I want you to think about expanding the way you think about your collection to include all of those new digital aspects as well, and how you can bundle them with your print. Trend number 4, again, is not going to be a surprise to libraries, but demand is really growing faster than the collection. But demand is rising, but our budgets are not. So how do we do that balance? We want people to use the library, but we want them to be mindful of the cost of things. Use your circulation to provide your promotions every month. I would also start thinking about ways to turn your long holds lists into campaigns. So like while you're waiting for this, try this. You can pair popular other services or programs with books. The pairings, once you start looking for pairings in services and books, it's going to become very clear to you. And that's a great way to handle this trend. Trend number 5 is something we have talked about before. In fact, here's a video that I want you to watch after you watch this one. Your problem really isn't access to all the things at your library, but discovery is your problem. People, as you know, don't know all of the things that the library has to check out as part of their collection. And so this means that your job as a marketer is not just about awareness, it's really about curation. People don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work for them. Here's where your staff's human expertise can really come into play. They can create lists. If you liked this, then you'll like that. They can build themed lists that are tied to trends or seasons or new TV shows or movies. While all of that might seem overwhelming, I just want you to remember that people still want to use the library and love libraries. They're just doing it a little differently than they were 10 years ago. And our job as marketers is to adapt to that. I'm curious if you've noticed any of the 5 trends at your library and how you've handled them. I'd love to get a conversation started down in the comments, especially for the viewer who asked me to do this research. Thanks for writing in. And that's it for this episode of the Library Marketing Show. But my channel is full of other tips for library marketing. If you're interested in learning more, head to the next video and I'll meet you there.